Bhajagovindam chanting, verses 6 to 10.
यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायुः देहापाये भार्या बिभ्रति तस्मिन् काये बालस्तावत् क्रीडासक्तः तरुणस्तावत् तरुणीसक्तः वृद्धस्तावत् चिन्तासक्तः परमे ब्रह्मणि कोऽपि न सक्तः काते कान्ता कस्ते पुत्रः संसारोऽयमतीव विचित्रः कस्य त्वं कः कुतायातः तत्त्वं चिन्तय तदिह भ्रातः सत्सङ्गत्वे निस्सङ्गत्वं निस्सङ्गत्वे निर्मोहत्वम् निर्मोहत्वे निश्चलतत्वं निश्चलतत्वे जीवन्मुक्तिः वयसि गते कः कामविकारः शुष्के नीरे कः कासारः क्षीणे वित्ते कः परिवारो ज्ञाते तत्त्वे कः संसारः
सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करमावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। यावत् वित्तोपार्जनसक्तः तावन् निज परिवारो रक्तः पश्चाज्जीवति जर्जरदेः वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे यावत् वित्तोपार्जनसक्तः तावन् निज परिवारो रक्तः पश्चाज्जीवति जर्जरदेः वार्तां कोऽपि न पृच्छति गेहे. As long as there is capability to earn wealth, so long would there be a retinue. Later, when he lives with infirm body, none would heed him at home. As long as there is this capability to earn wealth, is referring to relationship between the love that we experience, the attention, the affection that we experience, to the wealth that we generate, wealth that we have. So that's the cause and effect relationship he gives here. One. Another one he gives here is, we have created a link between the two. Therefore, the consequence of that cause and effect of first one is the second. The second is what he is referring here. The second is, so long as you have the capacity to earn, you will have people around you. The moment you lose your capacity, you will leave. What we understand here is this. There are three types of people we have. Our relationship exists at three types of people. those who contribute, those who don't contribute, and those who are liability. There may be a person who is not contributing, but he is not a liability to you. Okay. But when you have this person in your life who becomes a liability, the way we deal with that person is very different. We try to shy away from that sort of a personality, liability person. And that's what he says. Because every one of us have got the capacity, the physical capacity. And that physical capacity over a period of time, you lose that. Aging process saps the physical and intellectual capabilities. Intelligence, when I say intellectual, what I mean is intelligence. Your intelligence gets sapped as you age. As you age, your physical capabilities are all sucked in. You lose that. Automatic that is. It is natural process. Nothing can be done. You can't say, I should not have like this. That is how law is. Now, what is the consequence of that, sir? The consequence is the people, the so-called people who have been with you will leave. When they leave, don't get angry. Don't get annoyed. Don't get disturbed, is what he says. Because that's the nature of it. That is how it will be. See, so see to it that there is this possibility. Therefore, what you have to do, sir, be prepared for the fall. That is all he says. He's not asking you to anticipate the fall. He's only saying be prepared for the fall of it. That's what in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, Yajnavalkya says. Says the husband is not loved for the sake of husband. Then what, sir? He says, Atmanastu Kamaya. Says, Atmanastu Kamaya. He says, for the sake of the self only, husband is loved. Same, the son is loved, not for the sake of the son, but for the sake of the self. Wife is not loved for the sake of the wife, for the sake of the self. This is how it goes on. That is how nature is. Nothing can be done. So, what we have to do, sir? Be prepared. That's all. Be ready. Don't start critiquing people. Don't start getting disappointed with them. Don't get angry at them. All this. When you should be prepared? You should be prepared when you are having the capabilities. Our problem is only that. When we have the capabilities, we will never. I see a lot of people, they come to me for advice. After the problem has become, beyond repair. Now nothing can be done. You have already done something. Now you come back to me and ask, okay, what should I do now? I say, what? For the action that you have done, you have to face the consequence. That's all. Go through the consequence. Now the problem is people get annoyed when we have to. So what we have to do? Go round about. Okay. We have to keep saying. When you have to remember, you have to get insurance when you are healthy. Not when you are sick, you can apply for medical insurance. After you get the disease, you can't go to the medical insurance company and say, will you insure me now? That is not possible. See, so that insurance, if you have to go, when, sir? When you are healthy. Similarly, you have to develop this when you are healthy, when you are normal. when you are having the capacity to seek wealth, earn that wealth, earn that power, name, fame, whatever be within your capacity. When you are having that capacity, you should understand what people are all there around me, not for the sake of me. Then for what, sir? I have this. Now it is amazing to see people, when they retire. So a lot of people get this retirement blues, they say, post retirement. They get so scared. Why? Particularly government office, the top senior, post people. They dread the thought of, retirement. Why? The day he retires, next day his value is what? Previous day value for his signature is what? I'm a Tahsildar. My signature has value. One day before, the day I retire, next day what is my signature value? Big zero. That's why we never want to retire. That's why you'll never see a businessman retiring. See, businessman will not retire. Politician will not retire. Then who gets the retirement? And the worst affected personalities, worst affected field is the field of sports and the field of entertainment. Actors and actresses. Once they get old, a little old is enough. Like recently, a few years back, one fellow, went in coma and woke up after 9 years. The first question he asked, it's a fascinating one. Still Roger Federer is playing tennis? Yes. His first question was that. Yes, still that fellow playing? My God, what is it? He couldn't believe. Someone who is playing tennis for 9 years. My God, how on earth it is possible? You will lose your capabilities. What? At prime time. Early 30s, mid 30s, they have to go for retirement. You're out of action. Very rare cases where the ones who have that, they can stretch it to till late 30s. The sports persons, there's actors and all that you see, barring one or two exceptions. You may say Amitabh Bachchan. I say, what about Dharmendra? Amitabh Bachchan, Rajinikanth are all exceptions. So you can't take those people. Look at all other fellows. Look at all other guys. What had happened to all those people? Once they get little old, they lose their market. Particularly the actresses. Little old they get. That's it. They don't have, market. Not possible. So what to do, sir? Therefore, what you have to do? That's what the question is. Therefore, what? Go back to verse 2. How you should work about with reference to wealth. Verse 2, you have to go immediately. What he says? Leave that thirst. Without that trishna, without that craving, go for earning. So how you should go about it? Go about your capabilities in a sportful manner, in a sportive manner. That is why I like, Tata, Tata company, that, caption of theirs I really love. It says, we also make steel. Fascinating one. We also make steel. His bread and butter is steel. And then he says what? We also make steel. What does it mean? Just have that attitude of what? Develop this understanding. What? Start earning houser as a hobby. Your work should be a hobby. Don't do the other way around. Right? That's what many people have started attempting. I'm going to convert my hobby into a profession. Won't work. Don't think the other way will it work. The other way will not work. Many people have attempted that way. They think, life is like mathematics. If LHS is equal to RHS, RHS must be necessarily equal to LHS. That is not the way life is. Here, what you have to do, sir, you have to develop this attitude of like a hobby you have to earn. Go about it without that seriousness. With your capabilities, you have a tremendous arrogation that you carry within you, as though the capabilities belong to you. That's where the error is. That's what he is educating here. He says, don't get into the belief that the capabilities were yours. You possess them. It's not your possession, please. Then the capabilities were gifted to you. It's a gift. Nature has gifted this. It's a gift from the Lord. And he gives a gift. You are supposed to use it. And somebody, gives you a wristwatch as a gift. What are you supposed to do? Wear that. At least in front of them. You see, not all the time you have to. Suppose if it is a greater gift, more the valuable gift is, more you will like to demonstrate it to people, to everywhere, isn't it? But of course, it is with you only. You can do whatever you want. You have the whatever you want. Once a gift is given to you, after that it is up to your choice. You do whatever you want with it. But the question is not this. The point is very interesting here to understand is, it's not mine. It is gifted to me. The moment you understand that capabilities were a gift to you, you become grateful. Out of that gratitude you express. If you value that gift to be something great, display that, demonstrate it. And you are so grateful that the nature also given you an opportunity to demonstrate it. I have the capacity to speak. And I should be grateful that people are able to listen, who had language with which I am able to transact. I have the capacity to talk. But is this capacity mine or it is gifted to you? It was given to you. Given by whom, sir? There you can give any answer. We don't care about that part. You see, one fellow can say nature, one fellow can say it is my, parents, another fellow can say God. I don't care what you call. But one thing for sure, it's not yours. You did not possess it. You have not created it. Since you have not created it, what you have to understand, sir, it's a gift given to you. Use it to your best of your ability. So he says what? As long as there is capabilities to earn wealth, retinue. And he lives with infirm body. Therefore, what you have to do, he says, start searching for a relationship, possibility where there is no link being created between these two things, between my capabilities and the concern over me. See, there should be at least someone in this world around me who relates to me not only because I am capable. Even if you are not capable, I am there for you. Someone should say that. Who is that, sir? That's what he is giving here. The problem with the whole idea of wealth is, you see, when he says, as long as there is capability to earn wealth, the problem is we have established a link between the wealth that I earn and my understanding of my worthiness, the self-worthiness of mine, the power that I experience, the respect that I command. All these things we establish a link between the two. If people are respecting me, I will be respected only if I earn wealth, if I have wealth. That's why we see a lot of people. When my father got retired, after his retirement, they called him and said, hey, now what are you going to do with your retirement benefits? He said, what I'm thinking of buying something and giving to these fellows because they are incapable of earning. He has already decided. My father. He said, both are useless. He said, so I will give. I remember I was there. A few of our relatives, very very genuine people actually, but very interesting advice. They were saying, they said, correct, Ra, you give them, but don't give everything. You keep something in your name. You should have something in your name. Something in your name. I was thinking, why should he keep something in his name? Which means what? We will take care of our father, we will take care of our parents only if there is something in their control. This is what everybody wants. Remember this. You may appear like very sincere. Lot of people have private trust. Why? Give that money to the government. Are you going to do greater service than government doing to the country? Immediately we will say what? No. That is not what we should be doing. What? I should do service on my terms. On my terms, I will do service. You see that? Why? I have to have that power in my hands. Give away that power. No, can you? Wealth we will give up. But that power you cannot give up. Why? Because you believe that power is coming from where? Because I am giving that. Therefore, there has to be that decision. Since I am giving it, you have to listen. And people also will listen to you. That's the tragedy of life. The tragedy is people will listen to people will agree to your terms. That's the tragedy, really speaking. What you don't understand is they are agreeing to you. They are not agreeing to you. They are agreeing only to what? To the extent that you are giving. Reduce that and see what happens. Don't give and then see what happens. Or give more and see what happens. It's fascinating to observe people. Why? Because you have started establishing a link between my contribution to the power that I enjoy. You have the link. So obviously what will happen when your ability to contribute goes away, you have to leave that power also. If I am not giving, I don't have that much power. Therefore what? Others will not give me that respect. People will not respect you. When people are not respecting you, you think what? They are not respecting me. No. They were never respecting you. Not now. From day one. You register it only when. That is why every parent, they say, I have to keep X amount of money in my name. I have to keep it in my name. I have to keep it. I tell, if that is what is going to make your child take care of you, what sort of parenting you have done to the child? You have to call yourself as what? Absolute failure in terms of you should be a living pauper, and still people around you should take care. Don't expect that from your family, because they will not. I'm not saying you should, give all your money to your son and your daughter, your son-in-law, daughter-in-law, and all those things, please. That is what nature is. See, in life you will find this: mother-in-law, daughter-in-law will never go together. Similarly, father-in-law and son-in-law will never go together. You know that. Son-in-law, father-in-law will not go. Why is that? That is what nature is. It is not so pronounced like mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. Why? They are living in the same house, therefore day-to-day problem. Put father-in-law, son-in-law together for 6 months and see what happens. They will not interact with each other. Why? The moment they start interacting, there will be fight. Therefore, as men, they know. Unfortunately, that is why we have lot of jokes about mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. Hardly you have anything with reference to father-in-law, son-in-law. Most of you will not even recognize. But when we say daughter-in-law, mother-in-law, everybody recognizes. Yes, sir. That they are not the same. See, daughter-in-law is not a daughter. Similarly, mother-in-law is not a mother. If that is correct, then without saying this was also correct, no. Father-in-law cannot be father, son-in-law cannot be son. Then how can you have such a amicable relationship between son-in-law and father-in-law? But it will appear. Why that appearance? They don't meet each other on a daily basis. They don't live in the same house. Even if they happen to live in the same house, they meet where? Dining table. Serve food together to father-in-law and son-in-law and see what happens. It is not possible. That's a law. So don't, I'm only asking you to understand. That's all. I'm not asking you to act on this. Okay. Don't transfer all that. Don't write your will now and say that, I have transferred all that. My son has thrown me out. I don't have place in my house. Okay. So don't call me after that. People, they think, oh my God, what I have to do? You have to understand what you have established. Everybody has established a link between the wealth that I earn to self-worth. You feel that you are a worthy person only when you start. See, it can be even the number of people attending the class can make me self-worth. What is this? Suddenly there are only 10 people sitting in Zoom class for about another 20-30 classes. Why 20-30 classes? 4-5 classes. If only 10 people sit in this Zoom session, I will start doubting my worthiness of teaching capacity. More and more people come for the class. I feel what? I'm just giving an example. I'm not feeling. I'm just saying. Okay. Don't think, this fellow is feeling that or what. No, I'm not feeling that. I'm only saying. For example, don't think it is only with reference to wealth, please. In any dimension, depending upon in my field, what is relevant is more the number of people appreciating, more I feel I am a good teacher. Then what will happen if that drops? From 100, only 70 people are attending the class now. What will happen? 30% drop. 30% drop is what? I think I have to start reading Bhajagovindam again and get few more quotations, few more stories, how to make people attend class more, what I can do, where I am wrong, where I am correct. All those things I will do. Suppose from 100, it goes to 130. I will assume what? I am a fantastic teacher. What is the proof? More people are attending the class. Therefore, what? You are a better teacher. How's a number? We start establishing this link. That link is what he is challenging here. On what basis you have established that link, man, is what he is asking. This cause and effect. More the wealth I have, more the wealth that I have. That's what you will see. Those who have, the first generation rich, you see that man, he always has that extra pride. See, there are two fellows. Both will be running the same company of size. He is also 100 crores. He is also 100 crores. First fellow, he built it. Second fellow, inherited. It is his family business. He has inherited. You see the entire way he walks, the way he talks about his company itself will be different for both these guys. Why? From where that comes? What is the reason, sir? We say it is because of I created it. It is my creation. It is I created this. The capability of a person. More the capability, more will be the following, more the people around you, more you will feel powerful, worthy, stronger. If you become dependent on that, when your capabilities drop, they will leave. When they leave, what happens to you? You will start criticizing everyone. Shankara says, don't do that mistake. So what you have to do, sir? He says, create a capacity in you, discover the possibility of a love which will not happen based on your capabilities and your contribution. That's it. You don't need about, horde of people, around you like that. No. Even if you have that one relationship which is not connected to your capabilities, there is only one possibility there. I can be 100% sure none of you have it. You may ask me, how do you know Ishvara? But I know for certain this does not happen to you. What is the proof, sir? Because it can happen only in one scenario. The only possibility is to discover that love. From where, sir? Seek that love from the Lord. Yes. Bhajagovindam, bhajagovindam. From Govinda alone that is possible. Since there is no Govindas around you, it is not possible. Neither are you a Govinda. That is a Govinda. That is a master. You see. So only possibility is what, sir? Only possibility is to seek that from the higher. That is what he says. Bhajagovindam, bhajagovindam. Govindam bhajamudamate. So gain that from that space. Don't search for it in your area. Verse 6. Another, a shock.
यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वायौ देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये यावत् पवनो निवसति देहे तावत् पृच्छति कुशलं गेहे गतवति वा यौ देहापाये भार्या बिभ्यति तस्मिन् काये.
As long as breath lasts in the body, so long would there be inquiry of wealth at home. Once breath leaves and body decays, the wife fears the same body. Very interesting one. Bharya bibhyati tasmin kaye. Same wife. Now he is not talking about husband, he is talking about wife. Here is very interesting. Wife fears the same body, because if you see with reference to this husband and wife, wife's focus will always be on the welfare. Yes, husband's focus on the wife will not be much on the welfare of it. So if a husband says, I have a stomach pain, wife will immediately start giving 15 recipes. I think you should try this, try that, try this, all those things. If the same thing were to be told by wife, husband will say, go and see a doctor. That's all. You know, he will not bother more than that. You know, that's the nature, he says. That's why he takes wife's case. He's not taking husband's case. Who is so concerned about the welfare of your body, that same person will fear that body. You see that? Amazing. You know, the presentation of Shankara is superb here. As long as breath lasts, see, it's all bitter truth, I tell you. It is so bitter. It is not easy to take in, but it's a fact of life. This is the truth of life. You can't do anything about it. As long as breath lasts, people will inquire about your welfare. As soon as you die, first thing they ask is what? Even when you are outstation, nobody says a person has passed away. What do you ask? You never ask, when are you going to take him? No. You ask, when are you going to take that? When are you going to take the body? When are they taking the body? Ask. No, they don't inquire when are they, how are you going to take him to the cremation ground and all those things. No, they just say what? When are you taking the body to the cremation? Why? This fellow is gone. There is no value for the body. There's tremendous value we have for the body. That is why he is talking about it. The physical welfare. First thing he spoke about is the wealth. Okay. Now he is referring to the physical body. The previous verse, he spoke about the link that you have with wealth to so many things. Right. Now he is talking about the physical body. What sort of, involvement with your physical body? Because your whole life you are working only for what? To feed the body, to take care of the body, to beautify the body, doing everything only for that purpose. Because today you can see that very clearly. Everything is getting interpreted with connection to the physical body only. You see, in our days, we said namaste. Indians were saying namaste. Why? Coronavirus. Therefore, they say namaste. Now, what is the idea with which they developed that concept of namaste? And what is the interpretation we are giving to it? This certain practices we have. This is the tragedy. Now, what Shankara is saying here is, remember, follow him carefully, please. It's very easy to misinterpret him, misunderstand him in these cases. Now, what he is saying is, when you are living, you have to be housed in the body only. You don't have an option. Right? You are housed in the body. But to live in the body only for the sake of the body is where the problem is. He is the one who is called as a materialistic person. You know, materialistic philosophy. All that is developed based on what, sir? You live in this body for what, sir? Only to take care of the body. That's it. You live in the body, correct? Since there is two dimensions here. You are living in the body means you are the content and the body is the container. The content is you. Body is only a container carrying the content. Like when you order ice cream was given in the container. A cup is given along with that. You pay the price for what? For the cup or for the ice cream? They cannot give ice cream without a cup. Not possible. They have to give it with the cup only. But what is the value of the cup? Huh? What is the value? The value is nothing. There is no value for the cup, actually speaking. It's only how much it will be. Less than even 50 paise. The cup's worth would be. That's why they buy those cups in numbers. 100, 200, 500, they buy like that and stack. 500 cups, how much is it in the market? But the ice cream he sells for what, sir? He says ice cream is 120 rupees. How that? In that 120, this 50 paise is included. But any one of us know what is the value of that cup and that wooden spoon that they give to have that ice cream. You calculate the value of the wooden spoon and the cup container. See, value is always for the content, not for the container. You have exaggerated value for the container, you forget the content. And that's what he's against. And that's what he says. See, once the content is packed off, what is the true content, sir, is where we analyze. That is what I say. Bhajagovindam you study one way, Upanishad you study another way. Upanishads do that analysis. Who is the real content in a human? Who is that is housed in the body? What is the nature of that being? What is that? What is he? Or what am I? Am I this body, sir? No. I am housed in the body. I live in the body, like you live in your house. Exactly. Similarly, you live in this body. One day you leave this body. You leave this vehicle. You move out. Just if you know this one. That doesn't mean you don't have any value for this. It should be functioning. The vehicle should be efficient. The efficiency will be lost once the indweller packs off. Once the indweller moves out, what is the efficiency of the instrument? How efficient your pen is depends on who's writing it, isn't it? You give it to a child, the child will just draw. Just, you know, it will go, that's it. It doesn't know anything more than that. The same pen given in your hands, what is it? So the value of the pen, what the pen can do, is not inherent in the pen. It is dependent on who is wielding it. You can give all the instruments. You can give the same flute. You can take the flute and blow. What comes, sir? Only air comes. Sometimes some, jarring notes will come. That's what, this mridangam and all, on those, or people learn, violin. First time, they learn violin. You live in their neighbors, a torturous one. I had one of my friend, who was learning mridangam. Oh my God. Once he starts the practice means, we can't stay in home. For about a couple of years actually. After that, if he sits with that and starts playing, he is amazing player. Effortless music comes. Same mridangam I take. Sometimes when I go home, he will never allow me to touch that. He will say, hey, I have tuned it so well, so don't touch it. Hey, not tuning, tap you have to tap, that's all, no. Say, I'll go and, start playing. And I genuinely feel that I am playing exactly like how he played. I genuinely feel like that. But only other fellows say, hey, leave it. And he used to get really annoyed. If I touch that means he'll get annoyed. Because it's so important. Same instrument. Music is coming from the instrument, not because of the instrument. It is because of who's playing. Similarly, that indweller in the body is what is giving life to this body. It's like that shirt. The shirt is moving around on its own. No. You put it on a mannequin, what happens? It's just standing there. That's all. There's no movement to it. Now it is moving everywhere. Why? How? Because of the wearer. Same way, bodily things is what's there. It's because of something inside. So when you are taking care of the body, factually you are taking care of what? Who is housed in the body, not the body. If you are really interested only in the body, then what you should do? That's what we have, very peculiar belief. As long as my father was alive, he had no powers. Powerless man. Once he dies, what happens? Somewhere he gets tremendous power to curse me also. Therefore, what we have to do? Do all the rituals properly. Otherwise, what will happen? He'll curse you. Now, from where he gets the power? Hey, when he's alive, he didn't have so much of power. I have seen him. He couldn't change me on one simple thing. When he dies, what happens? Suddenly we start believing what? I have so much power. What is it? No clue we have. What is that? No idea we have. We just, pitch up left, right, center ideas and subscribe to those ideas. Buy into those ideas. He says, be careful with that. So therefore what? When somebody is working, don't keep working only to when she is giving you food and she is taking care of your body. What do you have to understand? Welfare of your body. Don't think that they are loving your body. They are not loving your body. They are loving the indweller. Once that indweller goes, which means love is not equivalent to bodily fulfillments. That's what we need to understand. See, earlier we established a link between wealth and affection. Now he is saying body to affection. Wealth to affection, you have a wrong connection. Same way, you have established a wrong connection between two things. What? Body and affection. So when someone takes care of your body, you genuinely feel they are loving you. No. Bodily fulfillments, bodily satisfaction, physical pleasures is giving you is not equivalent to love. They are not concerned about your body, but they have no other option to contact you, to touch you, but through the body. Why? Because you are inside the body. Therefore, there is a value for the body. So what you have to understand that when you are living, you have to understand this. What's that? Every wife has to understand. I'm taking care of husband. What's that? Not his bodily welfare. That doesn't mean you don't care for the body also. Immediately you go to the other extreme and say, therefore, what you should not care for the body. No. You have to care. Why? It is the vehicle through which you transact with the world. Since body is the instrument with which you can transact, you can deal with the world. Same way, it is the body through which the world can come and contact you. Since the body is standing as a gulf, is a bridge between the world and the individual. Therefore, both the parties have to understand that. Through body alone, I go out. Through the body alone, they come in. This is the door. It is the door through which you get into the house. It is the same door through which you come out of the house also. Therefore, what you have to do, take care of the door. The value for the door is because of what? The things in the house. If there is no house, you have only door. What will happen? There's no meaning to it. What we will do? You will only sell it for this. That's what they do, no? Door. The old houses, when they demolish and rebuild, they break the things and they sell few aspects. One of the things they sell is the doors. The main door, the frame, the door frame, wooden, the grill of the window frames, all those things they sell. What is the value? Scrap value only for that. Similarly, what is the value of a human body? It's a scrap value. In fact, it has a nuisance value. It has no value actually. Whereas you take, the skin of a buffalo, elephant, all the animals, skin, tiger skin, deer skin, all that has tremendous value. What's the value of a human skin? No value. If a fellow dies, what is the value of the dead, sir? Nothing. Therefore, he says, bhajagovindam, bhajagovindam. Therefore, understand this and pursue appropriately. Otherwise, you will get involved with these things, or else you will start criticizing the physical body. Only two sets of people are there. One group of people who get involved, which is a majority. A small minority start attacking and criticizing the body, saying, body is nothing. No. Of course, body is nothing. When has no value? When, sir? When nobody is wielding it. But it has a tremendous value in the hands of person. Be careful. Therefore, how do you take it? Bharya bibhyati tasmin kai. There's a pun in that word, bharya. Beautiful word. Bharya means plural. Wives. Not wife. Bharya is a plural here. Don't take immediately, oh, these people had multiple wives. That's not what he's referring to, please. Okay. Wife means you got to interpret. See, these things, like we said, no, oh, gold is not to be treated as gold. It is what, sir? Wealth. Similarly, women means what, sir? Enjoyment. Don't take it as women. Similarly, here when he says wife, don't take it as just wife. Wife means anyone under my protection. All those people whom I protect become my wives. Those people will do what? They will behave exactly the same way. Why they behave? They inquire about my welfare. Why? Because they need my protection. See, therefore they will inquire. So when they are inquiring, don't take it as they are inquiring me. They are inquiring what, sir? That combination, not the body, please. This, as long as it is there. So how do you relate with people, sir? Therefore, what you have to do, gives a beautiful advice here. That's what we extract. You say, therefore what? Like in the last verse we saw. Therefore, how you should deal with wealth. Earn wealth as hobby. That's the central message. Previous verse. In this verse, what is the central message, sir? Central idea he is giving here. This practical one. I am not going to the third dimension of it. Okay. I am only touching upon those two aspects. First two layers of bhajagovindam. The third layer of bhajagovindam we will do separately. Okay. A couple of days I will take it up, exclusively to do that. That would be a heavy philosophy. I'm only touching the first two layers. The first aspect, basic knowledge, straight away what he is saying. Second dimension is where we extract a practical instruction for our life. What is instruction? People will inquire your welfare. Yes, correct. So what? So how am I to relate? Don't start criticizing people for that, please. Okay, then what should I do? Develop a relationship with fellow beings. Exactly like how you establish a relationship with fellow travelers. This is what Rama says. Rama gives a beautiful advice. He says, all of us are traveling exactly like what says, like two logs of wood in the torrential flow of the river called life. The torrential flow, the river is flooded and it's flowing. Two logs of wood come. And what is happening there? They come at a point, they touch together. And then what? They touch only to part. That's all. There is no big I travel, you travel. But ultimately what? Both of us are traveling only towards what? Ocean. That is all you have to. There is no necessity for you to worry about the touching part of it, also parting part of it. You come together or you part away. There's nothing to worry about this. Why, sir? Rama says that's what nature is. That is what life is. What are we, sir? Fellow travelers. Whatever importance that you give to that fellow traveler is the value you have to give to your own people at home. How do you deal with people at home, sir? All fellow travelers. Only difference is what? There it is 24 hours. Here it is 24 years. That's all. Sometimes 40 hours, sometimes 40 years. Sometimes it is just a matter of 10 minutes. Some of them will go in 10 years. Doesn't make any difference. How you relate to a fellow traveler. You share with them, isn't it? When you open your tiffin box, when you open your lunch box and start eating, you do offer not to those people. Would you like to have? I prepared this chapati myself. Try. What is this? He says, oh, nice. Give, share, enjoy. And if they give also what you take, you give, you take, you transact, you deal with them. The moment they come to cantonment station, they get down. You don't start crying. Not true. Some people actually cry also for that. I remember first time when I came from Chennai to Bangalore. It's unbelievable. I had to meet a person. Somebody will come and meet me, and they'll take me somewhere. I don't know where they are taking, who is coming to pick me, nothing. I just had one phone number, that too landline number. Unfortunately, that day this Brindavan Express came late. Supposed to come at 9 o'clock. It reached here only by 1:30 or so. They stopped, and I was sitting, and I had a book with me. I was reading that book. I didn't even register. The train was stopped for about 1 hour there. I had no clue. I was so grossed in the reading. Asked one fellow next to me. He asked, "Who are you?" He asked. Why suddenly he's asking, "Who are you?" means what? I said, I couldn't tell him philosophically. That's what I am also searching, man, and all that. He will think I'm off crack. As it is, he's thinking something wrong with this guy. I asked him, why are you asking this? He said, I'm seeing you from Central Station. You did not get up. You did not talk. You did not eat. You did not even have one tea. So many things are being sold. Nothing you are having. Nothing you are having. Simply sitting. How you are able to just sit? His concern was that. I told him, no, it's what I am. So where are you going in Bangalore? I said, I don't know. He said, which address? I said, I don't know. Then he said, I have one phone number called, SV Manjunath. This is a phone number I have. When I go get down in Bangalore, I will call. Landline number. And this man, oh, super fellow. 1:30. The tragedy was, Manjunath has never seen me. I have never seen Manjunath. Both of us have not met each other. We don't know who he is. And what is interesting is, he was expecting, the train came, I got down, and everybody had left except me in the station, night 1:30. And one fellow is walking up and down, along with another man, two of them, Mr. Pandurangan and Manjunath. These two were walking up and down, and myself. I am sitting there. These two are walking up and down, no clue. They were searching for me. I'm waiting for them, actually. They have seen each other. What had happened was, they were expecting a spiritual master, to get down, to teach them and all those things they were expecting. This fellow got down with jeans, pant and t-shirt. Right. They couldn't connect. And, this man was waiting there. Another fellow, is waiting. He asked me, he came in between, he asked me, you said somebody will come and pick you. I said, yeah, they'll come. They're supposed to come. I don't know. It is late. Maybe they will come tomorrow. I said, just to tease that guy. He said, what nonsense? No, you come with me, he said. Suppose if I come with you, if they come later, where will I go? He said, what to do? 1:30, that man waited. And fortunately, this Manjunath came and asked me, who are you? He asked me, same question. That, Manjunath, I am Ishwaran. Oh, okay, please come. We are waiting for you. The fellow who is sitting with me, the train was sitting in the car. And what is he doing? Ensure that you reach safely. Go, he says. Fascinating fellow. I didn't even take his number. I don't know whether Manjunath took his number. Who that guy? No clue I had.